So this is an article from The Gamer. Why are you covering Atomic Heart when you boycotted Hogwarts Legacy? So The Gamer did not cover Hogwarts Legacy. They didn't review it. Full disclosure, I wrote for Screen Rant, which is a sister company to The Gamer. They're both owned by the same company. Thought I'd just make sure we get that out there for, I don't know, integrity's sake. This was written by Stacey Henley, the notably trans editor-in-chief of The Gamer. You may be aware that earlier today, The Gamer published a review of Atomic Heart. We did not care for it. You might also be aware that The Gamer did not cover Hogwarts Legacy with the review or guides, and that Atomic Heart has had a problematic development cycle, which includes allegations of Kremlin funding and blocking people on Twitter for asking them their views on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So if we didn't cover one problematic game, why did we cover another problematic game? It's a good question, in my opinion. I'm going to be honest, I haven't been super following what, like, progressives or leftists have been saying about Hogwarts Legacy. My opinion on it is, I don't know, maybe it's going to be controversial. It sucks that J.K. Rowling is a transphobic, undeniable piece of shit, garbage human being. With that said, I implore you to find anything, any media, any food, any clothing, anything to where something in the pipeline between it being created or conceived and reaching your plate or your back or your PS5, somewhere along the line where there wasn't exploitation or like being spearheaded by a shitty person in some capacity. Find me anything that you can point to that doesn't feature a gigantic piece of shit doing something horrible. With Hogwarts Legacy, I think it's like more obvious because she was such a beloved public figure for such a long time, and now this person coming out and being so horrifically transphobic and being so like inextricably connected to this game. So it makes sense like why people are really angry on the surface. I totally get it, and I empathize with it. I don't really plan on playing the game because of that. Really, I'm just being honest. Like there's two parts of me, the like logical side and the emotional side. And the emotional side for me doesn't want to play the game because of what an obvious piece of shit she is. The logical side is saying it really is no different than any of the other consumption you do. The clothes that I'm wearing were created by slave labor. It's one of those things where like everything you do, everything you eat, every media you consume, there is a gigantic, equally horrible, if not more horrible person than J.K. Rowling on the pipeline. So again, I don't know if that's controversial among the left right now. I don't know if the normative position is to be incredibly outraged by this and to not play it. I don't know. I really haven't been following it, even an iota. I've somehow stayed away from it. But that is my view on this subject. I don't think you should make a habit of skipping out on problematic art. That's an interesting point as well. The decision to skip Hogwarts Legacy was less of a personal one for me, but one which considered our writers who expressed discomfort at the thought of having to guide all the collectibles in a game their trans friends were asking them not to play, and for trans gamers who, in general, correctly, unfortunately, fear lots of gaming circles do not care about them. Yes, the gaming community skews conservative. It's a big problem, in my opinion. But it does. Before we go on, I want to stop right here. They expressed discomfort at the thought of having to guide all the collectibles in the game their trans friends were asking them not to play, but like, what about, I don't know, man. Like, review Call of Duty. Okay, Activision working conditions. Activision Blizzard accused of starting top workers from unionizing. Activision Blizzard accused of threatening employees. 2021. Speak about poor working conditions. July 2021, protest working conditions. Ubisoft working conditions. The strike over working conditions. 25% of employees have seen or experienced workplace misconduct. Workers on Fortnite report brutal work culture, long hours. With Naughty Dog, I remember there's a big controversy about the working conditions of The Last of Us 2. In the gaming world alone, you can pick any of these companies and you will find something reprehensible that you should probably want to protest the game over. Yeah, I'm sure the slave in Indonesia who made my sweater expresses discomfort too at the thought of me wearing it after severely exploiting their labor to get this item. Hogwarts Legacy is indelibly tied to J.K. Rowling. Her agency was involved in producing the game, and she retains the rights to the world. Rowling is one of the most influential voices in the world, with her words having been quoted by right-wing politicians when pushing through discriminatory laws, We did not want to participate furthering her platform. I mean, I guess that makes sense. There are many people who played Hogwarts Legacy, but by their own admission, believe J.K. Rowling to be transphobic. If you believe this, buying Hogwarts Legacy tells corporations, not just Warner Brothers, but everywhere, that transphobia is not a line in the sand for you. It is for us, and that is why we did not review it. Well, I'm sorry, dude. Okay, transphobia is a line in the sand for you, but like severe worker exploitation by like almost every one of these studios isn't? And like the severe third world exploitation we need to get just to get these consoles and stuff, like that's all fine. We're fine. We're cool with that. But like this transphobia thing, that's our line in the sand? I don't know. Obviously, transphobia is horrible, but I think you have to be consistent. I don't know. There are many lines in the sand in regard to our disgusting consumerist culture, and we cross them every single day to live the lives we get to live. Stacey, you use Twitter, which is owned by like transphobe in chief Elon Musk. He's on that transphobic Mount Rushmore too, and yet you're tweeting every single day. However, treating it as just a video game and refusing to confront the context of the world's creator was unfortunately too common. Dude, there is no just a video game. This is not the only thing where like something horrible is involved with its creation. That's the point I'm trying to make. Every single thing you consume has someone equally shitty or shittier than J.K. Rowling involved in it. Period. Again, I see why it's just more obvious when it comes to something as clearly beloved as Harry Potter, and as someone who used to be as so beloved as J.K. Rowling, I get the reaction. But we need to like think about it a little bit more and like view it with like a broader context at like what's really going on here when it comes to like the systems in play. And when we do that, we realize that everything sucks. All of our consumption sucks. Everything we consume, for the most part, is bad and involves bad people. By boycotting this, you have to boycott everything. That is the, like, intellectually consistent thing to do. Obviously, you can't do that. But Stacey, this $7.99 H&M shirt you're wearing in this photo was created by literal slave labor, and you are wearing it. You are supporting the system. Now, I do not confuse me for being one of those, like, you're criticizing society and yet you participate in it. I get it. Look at me. I'm wearing the same slave clothes. I am. But we need to be intellectually consistent here. Nor do we feel crossing any line in the sand in regard to purchasing or playing Atomic Heart, since as worrying a message to corporations as overlooking Rowling's views on trans people does. Dude, again, like, then don't buy anything. Okay? You buying this $7.99 H&M shirt sends a worrying message to corporations that we're okay with slave labor. Under this current form of capitalism, everything we consume is past the line. Hogwarts Legacy is past the line. That burger you bought is past the line. The shirt you're wearing is past the line. If you want to boycott Hogwarts Legacy, fine. I will say I pretty much am. Like, I think it looks interesting, but I'm not going to buy it because of J.K. Rowling is such a piece of shit. But again, that is my, like, surface level, you could call it my emotional side. The, like, logical side of me is saying, well, everything around me is the product of something horrible happening to someone. I do not want to downplay her voice and how powerful a voice that is and how horrible transphobia is. But to say this is the line in the sand and everything else that we consume is not, that's where I disagree.